Welcome to Midnight Stories, a place where silence speaks louder than noise, where reflection builds strength, and where men come to rediscover the forgotten truths of masculinity. If this is your first time here, settle in. If you've been here before, you already know, at Midnight Stories, we don't sugarcoat life. We speak it as it is. There's a simple truth that separates strong men from weak men. Masculine men don't beg. They don't chase after love that doesn't want them. They don't cling to friendships that drain them, and they don't kneel in desperation for respect. A masculine man values himself too much to plead for scraps. He understands that begging is not love, it's not loyalty, it's not strength. It's surrendering his dignity, and when the moment comes, when a door closes, when someone pulls away, when respect is denied, a masculine man does not collapse. He walks away, not with anger, not with bitterness, but with the quiet confidence of a man who knows his worth. Chapter 1. Why Men Beg. Let's start with the truth most men don't want to hear. Men beg because they've forgotten their value. They tie their worth to a woman's approval, to society's applause, to the acceptance of people who never truly cared. Think about it. How many times have you seen a man lose himself in a relationship, constantly seeking validation, apologizing for who he is, or trying to prove his worth to someone who never respected him? He becomes smaller and smaller, shrinking his voice, burying his needs, hoping that if he bends far enough, someone will finally choose him. But here's the problem. The more you beg, the less you're respected. Begging signals weakness. It tells the world you don't believe you are enough, and once people sense that, they treat you like you're replaceable, because in their eyes, you've already replaced yourself with desperation. Chapter 2. The masculine stance. Masculinity is not about shouting, controlling, or proving. It's about presence. A masculine man knows his center. He is grounded in self-respect. He doesn't need to beg because he understands that what is meant for him cannot be taken away, and what is not meant for him is not worth clinging to. When someone disrespects him, he doesn't beg them to change. He simply withdraws his energy. When a woman pulls away, he doesn't chase, because he knows chasing a lost cause is chasing emptiness. When life closes a door, he doesn't pound on it with tears. He walks toward another with patience and faith. This is not arrogance, it's discipline. It's the ability to hold your dignity even when your emotions scream for you to break. Chapter 3. Walking away as power. Walking away is not weakness. It is one of the most powerful moves a man can make. Because when you walk away, you are sending a message, not to them, but to yourself. You are telling yourself, I will not stay where I am not valued. I will not waste energy where I am not respected. I will not hand over my power for the crumbs of someone else's affection. Walking away is reclaiming your throne. It's saying, I choose peace over drama, self-respect over desperation, and growth over stagnation. And the beauty is this: when you learn to walk away, you stop being afraid of loss. And a man who is not afraid of loss is unstoppable. Chapter 4. Real world stories. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who begged his girlfriend not to leave him. He cried, promised to change, and tried to convince her that he couldn't live without her. She left anyway. Years later, he looked back and realized the truth. He had begged someone who was already gone. He had given away his dignity for nothing. Contrast that with another man. When his partner pulled away, he didn't argue. He didn't chase. He simply said, if you don't see my worth, that's your choice. He walked away. Months later, she came back, realizing what she had lost. But by then, he had grown so much that he no longer needed her. He had discovered something more valuable, himself. The lesson is clear. The man who begs loses twice. First his dignity, then the person. The man who walks away may lose someone, but he keeps himself. And that is priceless. Chapter 5. Begging in different areas of life. Begging doesn't only happen in relationships. It happens in friendships, at work, and even in family. How many men stay in jobs where they are underpaid and disrespected, begging silently for recognition that will never come? How many men cling to friends who only call when they need something, hoping for loyalty that isn't there? How many men tolerate toxic family members, constantly proving their worth to people who will never truly see them? Masculine men do not beg in any of these areas. They set boundaries, they choose peace, they walk away when necessary, not because it's easy, but because they refuse to be prisoners of someone else's disrespect. Chapter 6. Why walking away attracts respect. Here's the paradox. The moment you stop begging is the moment people start respecting you. Because respect is never given to the desperate. It is given to the disciplined. When you walk away, you show strength. You show that you are not afraid to lose what does not serve you. You show that you value yourself above external approval, and in doing so, you attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right energy into your life. People respect men who respect themselves, and the easiest way to show self-respect is by being willing to walk away. Chapter 7. The fear of being alone. Now, many men beg because they fear being alone. They think that if they let go, they will end up empty, unwanted, forgotten. But here's the truth. Being alone is not the enemy. Begging is. Loneliness is temporary. Self-respect is forever. You can rebuild your circle. You can find new love. You can create new opportunities. But once you give away your dignity, it is very hard to reclaim. So embrace solitude. Let silence be your ally. In the quiet, you will hear your own voice again. And when you find strength in yourself, you will never need to beg for it from anyone else. Chapter 8. How to build the strength to walk away. Walking away takes practice. Here are a few principles. Know your worth. Spend time understanding your strengths, values, and goals. When you know what you bring to the table, you stop begging for crumbs. Set boundaries. Decide what you will and will not tolerate. Boundaries are the walls that protect your kingdom. Control your emotions. Do not let desperation guide you. Breathe, step back, and act from strength, not fear. Trust abundance. Believe that life has more to offer. One closed door does not mean the end of your journey. It means redirection. Choose peace over chaos. Walking away is not giving up. It's choosing a better fight. Chapter 9. Walking away without anger. One of the most important lessons is this. Walk away without anger. Anger still ties you to the situation. Resentment keeps you chained to the past. A masculine man walks away with calm. He doesn't slam the door, he simply closes it. This calmness is what makes walking away powerful. You are not running from something, you are stepping towards something better. Chapter 10. The legacy of masculine men. History remembers men who stood firm in their values, not those who begged for acceptance. Great men walked away from comfort zones, from toxic environments, from chains that tried to hold them down. They walked away because they believed in something greater, themselves, their mission, their destiny, and that's the call for every man today, to live with dignity, to refuse to beg, to walk away when necessary, not with bitterness, but with the quiet strength of a man who knows his worth. So if you take one thing from tonight's story, let it be this. Masculine men don't beg, they walk away. Not because they don't care, but because they care too much about their own self-respect to trade it for temporary validation. The next time life tempts you to beg, remember this. Your power is not in chasing what doesn't want you. Your power is in walking away, standing tall, and creating a life where respect, love, and loyalty are given freely, not demanded. This has been another story from Midnight Stories. If tonight's message spoke to you, stay with us. Subscribe, share this with a brother who needs to hear it, and let's continue to build a space where men rediscover their strength, one midnight reflection at a time. At Midnight Stories, we don't beg, we don't chase. We walk away with dignity into a better tomorrow.